He's going to sit there and say that he's fat and unsuccessful and lonely because he's depressed. The truth is he's depressed because he's fat, unsuccessful, and lonely. That's what's actually happened. If you have PTSD, you went to war, something really bad happened to you. If you have a genuine mental condition like schizophrenia, blah, 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 that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about these people with perfectly happy lives. Nothing bad's happened to them, pulling out this depression card. And it doesn't even make sense. It's absolutely incredible to me that people will go through life and defend this debilitating disease, right? They'll stick up for depression because it's a cure-all excuse. It's their excuse to not try very hard, and they can pull it out of the bag. Well, look, I'm depressed. I said on the last show, I'll actually tell you why I'm calling myself Dalsim recently. On the last show, there's a clip. If you watch my last one-on-one interview, and I talked about two men in haunted houses. Yeah. And I said that depression, you can only become clinically depressed if you believe in depression. I'm not saying you cannot feel depressed. I'm not saying you cannot feel sad. I'm not saying bad things won't happen to you. I'm not saying every day is sunshine and fucking rainbows. I'm saying the mindset that you enter, like Skippy, that you are depressed and you can do nothing about it and it can't be fixed, is accepting clinical depression as a disease. If you accept it exists, then it can damage you, right? If I become sad, I know there will be a day where I'm no longer sad. But if I become sad and I believe in depression, then I'm going to sit there and go, maybe I'm going to feel this way forever. I can't help this. On the line, it says that I have something wrong with my brain chemistry. It says that everybody feels depressed and it can't be fixed. It says I need to take a bunch of pills. It says I need to go to the therapist. It says I'm going to have, and you start to believe in it and it gets worse. It's the belief which gives it power. I gave an example last time I was on this show. I said, you take two men, both in haunted houses. One believes in ghosts, one doesn't. There's the same noise in the night. The one who believes in ghosts starts crying his eyes out. Now he's scared of ghosts, panicking. The guy who doesn't believe in ghosts says wind and goes back to sleep. Same noise. The reason one of them is being tormented is because of his belief. By absolute coincidence, when I was busting a bitch up at Street Fighter, I won as Dalsim. And Dalsim had a win quote. His win quote was this: "My flame was only an illusion. It burned you because you believed." The exact same thing. Dalsim's been giving out free game since the 90s. You've been there playing Super Nintendo and you're still a bitch when Dalsim was telling you the realities of Earth. My flame is but an illusion. It burnt you because you believed. Now that believes so strictly in depression that there is nothing you can do to change his mind to prevent him from finding depression. You could even give him a fantastic life. He would still sit there talking about depression because it's all he sees, because it's all he believes in. For the same reason why certain people who believe in ghosts, all they see is ghosts everywhere they seem to fucking go. I do not see the point in believing in things that will steal power from me. I curate my own reality. My reality is self-constructed, and I've constructed a reality in which I have all the tools I need to be as powerful as possible. I'm not going to believe in things that take my power. This is the world I live in. I'm me. I see the world through my eyes. And in my version of Earth, in my human experience, which is unique amongst every person, we all live a human experience. In my human experience, I cannot be damaged by the invisible. I have real enemies in the real world. You see me, I took a blade, my finger came off. I have people trying to kill me. You think I'm gonna sit around worried about being sad? I got shit going on for real. That young man has decided, he made a decision to give his power away. And then he's gonna sit there and complain he has no power. Yeah. Depression is absolutely not really a choice. Now I'm gonna say one more thing.
Please do.
Listen, if depression is a disease that can't be helped, that is irrespective of outside stimuli. Because my argument is pretty simple. Outside stimuli cause depression. If you live a depressing life, you will be depressed. Crazy, I know. Tate said if you live a depressing life, you're going to be depressed. Because you fucking are, right? My argument is that it's outside stimuli. People say to me that's not true. It's brain chemistry. You can't help it. It strikes out of nowhere. If that's true, why is it not universal across the human condition? If it strikes out of nowhere and outside stimuli have no part to play, why are some countries more depressed than others? Explain why some countries have no depression and some countries have a bunch of depression. Explain that one. Maybe because in some countries, all we do is talk about depression and promote it. Bam. And in some countries, we don't.
Right.
If it really struck and was completely independent of outside stimuli, it should be a universal phenomenon. But it's not. The whole thing, the reason it's promoted, it's the same reason anything else in the modern world is promoted. They will never promote anything unless it detriments masculine imperative. The reason that depression is promoted is because it allows you to become ultimately selfish, live inside of your mind, become obsessed with me, I'm sad, so you don't pay enough attention to what's going on around you to realize you're getting That's all it is. Nothing in this world is promoted unless it is bad for you. Every single thing that you're gonna find on nearly anywhere in the world is gonna be promoted because it is detrimental to your psyche. You must resist the slave mind. If you took 2 versions of me, clone me today, give me another clone. I've had enough bad shit happen to me, ladies and gentlemen. My life's not been fucking roses. My life's not been peachy. The version of me that you see in front of you right now is the man who doesn't believe in depression. If you took the same man with all my accolades and skills and you put him next to me and he did believe in depression, I would guarantee you I have out-succeeded him. I would guarantee you I've outperformed a clone of me who believes in depression. So why the am I going to believe in something that's going to take my own power from me? And anyone who sits here and tells me, well, depression's real, I believe in it, it's actually real, you're telling me that your mindset is weak, and I'm not going to adopt the thinking of weaklings. You can go cry about depression by yourself. I'm busy living fucking life. The reason, I'll tell you the reason Skippy will even come on a podcast and talk about this. When you're an extremely unremarkable person, it's a very easy grasp at originality. Oh, well, I've got this and this and this, and you can't understand me because I have this very unique set of these weird conditions that you couldn't understand. It's a grasp for individuality because most forms of individuality are difficult to acquire, like we talked earlier, right? Being in good shape, having money, all these things to be an individual, to stand out, are difficult. Sitting around talking about all the diseases you have is not difficult and allows you to pretend you're an individual.